Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Know Your Daughter to Item series. In our previous episode, we covered Glipnir from Magical Upgraded Items, and in this episode we'll cover Aghanim's Blessing and probably Wind Waker as well. Let's get to it, shall we? Aghanim's Blessing is an item purchasable at base shop under Magical. We'll be looking at additional information, ability, gallery, and recent changes, but first, card view. It costs 5,800 gold, which includes 1,600 recipe cost. It's not sellable. That's new. It's the passive ability is ability upgrade. It's not shareable, it does not give any usage alert, bonuses. And it cannot disassemble it, and does not give any usage alert. This recipe requires Aghanim's Scepter and recipe that makes Aghanim's Blessing. Now, let's look at this additional information from content. It upgrades Aghanim's Scepter so that it can no longer require an item slot. Wow. Look at that. Upon upgrading, passive buff does not provide bonus attributes. Health or mana from item. Aghanim's Blessing is like a kill reward item which has a chance to be dropped by Roshan on his third death, and is guaranteed to drop on his fourth death and onwards. A hero may only consume Aghanim's Blessing once if hero does not have upgraded already. Aghanim's Blessing is instantly consumed upon acquiring. If targeted ally already has Aghanim's Blessing, Aghanim's Scepter Synth from Alchemist refunds ally 5,800 gold. What? This is bonkers. And nice, yeah. So this ability up. Passive ability affects only self, upgrades ultimate and some abilities of all heroes. When a hero has an upgrade available, items and upgraded abilities tooltip states what exactly is upgraded. Unit targeted abilities with Aghanim's Scepter's upgrades that are reflected by spell reflection depend on whether reflecting hero has Aghanim's Scepter, not original caster reflected ability. Alright, so Aghanim's Scepter upgrades that are reflected by spell reflection depend on whether reflecting hero has Aghanim's Scepter, not original caster reflected ability. Isn't that the same as original caster gets reflected? Hi. If you have any more clue about this, feel free to comment on it. So this is how it looks like, Aghanim's Blessing. And recent changes, 7.29 versions, Aghanim's Blessing dropped the Roshan is now a separate item. Aghanim's Blessing Roshan, okay. Must be actively used by player to consume it. Cannot be consumed if hero already has a Aghanim's Blessing buff. Okay, cannot be sold, can fully be shared with allies. And 7.27 reduced recipe cost from 1,800 to 1,600. Total cost decreases from 6,000 to 5,800. Huzzah! And 7.22 AF version reduced recipe cost from 2,000 to 1,800, which is even further reduced to 1,600 from 7.27 and onwards. That's it, fellas. We covered Aghanim's Blessing. And let's get to Wind Waker, shall we? It is. Wind Waker is an item purchasable at base shop under Magical. However, Wind Waker is an item purchasable at base shop under Magical. However, it can only be completed with items from Secret Shop. And we'll be looking at additional information, ability, recommended heroes, trivia, gallery, recent changes, but first, card view. It costs 68.25 gold, which includes 1400 recipe cost. Sell value is 3412.5 gold. Active ability is Cyclo. It gives these bonuses, namely 35 plus 35 intelligence plus 3 mana regeneration plus 30 movement speed. Aye. It's not shareable. You cannot disassemble it. It does not give any usage alert. This recipe requires Yield Scepter of Divinity, Mystic Stuff, and recipe cost of 1400. All together makes Wind Waker. Noise. So now looking at additional information, items attributes grants following additional bonuses: 420 mana, 1.75 mana regeneration, 3.5% flat base magic resistance, 35 main attack damage to Intel heroes, and 24.5 main attack damage to Universal heroes. Stacks with all other movement speed bonuses. Charges first, then apply Cyclone modifier. Okay. So this has target unit ability, affects enemies or allies. Its magical type damage sweeps the target unit up into a cyclone, making them invulnerable for 2.5 seconds. Cyclone can be cast on himself, enemy units, or allied units. Enemy units takes 50 magical damage upon landing down. Cast range 550, Cyclone radius 24, damage is 50, Cyclone self-cyclone speed is 360, duration for 2.5 seconds. Cooldown is 13 seconds, which requires 175 mana. It cannot, it's undispellable. Double tapping automatically targets spell, applies basic dispel and cyclone effects on target of the cast, turning it invulnerable and fully disable. Cyclone duration is not affected by status resistance. Cyclone first applies dispel and then invulnerability, can target any unit that is not a ward or building. Cannot be cast on allies who have disabled health from cast. Cannot be cast on allies who have disabled health from cast. Cannot target him. I'm not sure what that means. Affected unit is silenced, muted, disarmed when targeting self. Right click on ground causes user to be moved by forced movement at a speed of 360. Since it uses force movement, it ignores the user's turn rate and allows affected unit to pass through pleasant trees. Okay. Targeting any unit owned by caster behaves as if item was self-targeted. While Cyclone, affected unit is moved upward and has no collision. However, 24 radius tatting blocker is created at base of affected unit while active. Okay. Damage is applied at end of duration. If Cyclone gets dispelled, it still applies damage as soon as the target lands. Damage is only applied to enemy targets. Okay, not for allies or self. Can be cast on Roshan, but has no effect, since Roshan is immune to forced movement. However, damage is still applied. Okay, damage is applied, but has no effect of that. Okay. Shares cooldown with other Yield Scepter Divinity based items. Recommended heroes list: heroes whose default item build includes Yield Scepter Divinity as a core item can upgrade item. To Wind Waker. Wind Waker during late game, of course. So, Death Prophet, Lena, Puck, Shadow Fiend, Void Spirit, Jakiro, Spirit Breaker, Skywrath Mage, Rubik, Takis. Trivia: item's name may be referenced to Legends of Zelda, Wind Waker. This item is a reference to Twitch emote Wind Waker, which has been used in old Twitch due to similarity with Dandy's face. Okay. The Twitch chatter would type Dandy face, no space, Wind Waker. as a joke to misguide new chatter. Later on, then the face became a real emote. Alright. Cyclone the Windwaker. This is how it looks wise from a seller. Like one is equipped with alternate style. Okay. In recent changes, in 7.34D versions, increased recipe cost from 1300 to 1400. Total cost remains 68.28. Okay. And 7.33 versions reduced movement speed bonus from 50 to 30. Reduced mana regeneration bonus from 6 to 3. Reduced cyclone cooldown from 18 to 13. In 7.32 version, Cyclone now first applies to spell, then invulnerability. Alright, looks like we covered Wind Waker 2. In our next episode, we will start covering items from armor. And then we'll cover weapons, then artifacts, and then some non-purchasable items, such as boss rewards and collectible items. So it seems like we have 4, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And again, 36, 4. So around 50, more or less, give or take, more items to cover. So probably we will do something from now on. Every day, we'll try to cover 1 item each. And that way, it would be much more shorter version, and it will get faster. We'll finish it sooner. Yeah. Until then, be good to yourself and everybody around you, both in game and out game. Last but not least, good game, everybody. Good game.